Daemon Targaryen and Aemond Targaryen are two of the most complex and formidable figures in the Dance of the Dragons, the brutal civil war that divided House Targaryen and the realm of Westeros. Daemon Targaryen is often described as the quintessential rogue prince. Known for his charisma, daring nature, and martial prowess, Daemon embodies the traits of a warrior and a leader. He is ambitious, fiercely loyal to his brother the king, and deeply passionate about his goals. Daemon's reputation as a fierce combatant is complemented by his tactical acumen, which he demonstrates through numerous military campaigns. His dragon, Caraxes, known as the Blood Worm, mirrors his aggressive and agile fighting style. Daemon's wielding of Dark Sister, a famed Valyrian steel sword, further cements his status as a formidable warrior. Aemond Targaryen is characterized by his intense determination and vengeful nature. From a young age, he harbors a deep-seated resentment at the treatment from his nephews, prominently displayed on the show, especially after losing his eye in a childhood altercation with his nephews. Even though Aemond states the loss of his eye was worth gaining Vhagar, the incident nevertheless fuels his desire for retribution and shapes his aggressive demeanor. As a dragon rider of Vhagar, one of the oldest and largest dragons, Aemond becomes a significant force in the war. His courage and combat skills are displayed prominently in the show, though he lacks the real battle hardening of his uncle Daemon. But despite his disciplined nature, his desire for vengeance pushes him to make strategically devastating mistakes at key moments. The sapphire eye cover he wears is a constant reminder of his loss and serves as a symbol of his forging his pain into a weapon. The tragic aspect of Daemon and Aemond's relationship lies in the bond they share as uncle and nephew, a relationship that, while never close, has degenerated to a point where they seemed destined to spill each other's blood. Daemon was loyal to his brother Viserys despite their various fallouts, but now is on the path to have to kill his brother's own children. The Dance of the Dragons pits them against each other, not just as rivals for power, but as representatives of opposing factions in a bitter family feud. Daemon and Aemond's conflict encapsulates the personal and familial devastation wrought by the war. Their inevitable confrontation, culminating in the epic aerial duel above the God's Eye, symbolizes the destructive nature of civil strife. Both are driven by their sense of duty and personal vendettas, leading to a tragic end where neither emerges victorious. This duel results in their deaths, along with the deaths of their dragons, marking a pivotal and sorrowful moment in the Dance of the Dragons. Their story highlights the devastating impact of internal conflict within a family, where ambition and vengeance eclipse familial bonds and love. The war transforms them from kin into mortal enemies, illustrating the profound and often tragic consequences of power struggles and divided loyalties within House Targaryen. And now let's look at the two most powerful generals in the rival factions of the Blacks and the Greens, analyzing their strengths and capabilities as well as that of their dragons. Aemond is a highly skilled warrior, known for his agility and resilience. Despite losing an eye, which is now covered by a sapphire, he has not let it hinder his combat abilities. His extensive training and natural talent make him a formidable defensive fighter. Aemond's offensive capabilities are marked by his fierce and relentless nature. He is aggressive in battle, often driven by a desire for vengeance. His pursuit of his nephew Lucerys Velaryon and the subsequent killing highlight his ruthless approach. Vhagar, one of the oldest and largest dragons, lived during the time of the Doom, laying waste to whole armies alongside Balerion the Black. Vhagar has thick scales that provide excellent natural armor. Her size alone serves as a significant deterrent to potential attackers. Vhagar's immense power is her primary offensive capability. Her fire breath can cause widespread devastation, and her physical strength allows her to overpower most opponents in aerial combat. In the battle above the God's Eye, Vhagar's strength was evident as she grappled with Carax. Daemon's experience and tactical mind make him a strong defensive fighter. He's adept at reading his opponents and anticipating their moves, which, combined with his light yet durable armor, allows for effective defense. Daemon's offensive prowess is enhanced by Dark Sister, a Valyrian steel sword known for its sharpness and durability. His combat style is a blend of agility, strength, and precision, making him a lethal adversary. Caraxes, known as the Bloodworm, is a large and agile dragon. His long, lean body allows for quick maneuvers, making it difficult for enemies to land a hit. Though not as large as Vhagar, Caraxes is known for his aggression and speed. His fire breath is potent, and his agility allows him to execute rapid and unpredictable attacks. In the battle above the God's Eye, Caraxes' tenacity was evident as he locked onto Vhagar's neck even as he sustained severe injuries. But what are the key differences between these two Targaryen warriors? In temperament, Aemond, while very disciplined, at times is driven by anger and a desire for revenge, particularly against the Blacks. Daemon, while also aggressive, is more calculated and strategic in his approach. Looking at battle experience, Daemon has more combat experience and a longer history of military campaigns compared to the younger Aemond. When it comes to weapons, a key advantage is that Daemon wields Dark Sister, a famed Valyrian steel sword, while Aemond's primary weapon is Vhagar, his dragon. And even in a war of dragons and vast armies, a Valyrian steel sword is not to be disregarded. Vhagar's immense size and Aemond's aggressive nature serve as a powerful deterrent to the Blacks and their allies. Aemond and Vhagar provide significant air superiority, capable of devastating enemy forces, and fortifications from the sky, and presence on the battlefield boosts the morale of the Green forces and instills fear in their enemies. Daemon's tactical acumen combined with Caraxes' agility and ferocity make them a lethal pair capable of turning the tide in crucial battles. Daemon's fierce leadership and reputation for ruthlessness inspire confidence, if not love, in the commanders of the Black faction's troops. The Dance of the Dragons hinges significantly on the conflict between Aemond and Daemon. Both are the most formidable warriors and dragon riders of their respective factions. Their inevitable confrontation is seen as the climax of the war, with each representing the hopes and power of their side. And how ironic that the two Targaryens most alike in their warrior resolve would represent opposite sides of the kingdom-spanning conflict. Their final showdown, often envisioned as a dragon duel in the skies above the God's Eye, symbolizes the ultimately tragic struggle for power and control over the Seven Kingdoms. The clash between Vhagar and Caraxes with their riders Aemond and Daemon represents the bonds of family and love abandoned for vengeance and hate. The fate of the war itself is decided in this clash, determining which faction will emerge victorious and shape the future of Westeros.